Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Pouring Through Life. I'm going to do a coaster set today. I got some new pigments and I just couldn't wait to use them. Excuse my messy area. I'm doing a project and it's a lot. So, anyways, so I'm going to I got some new pigment powders. And this is Eye Candy Dark Oob. I'm assuming that's how you say it. It looks like a plum purple. Green. This green color is shiny malachite, and then interference gold. So I got my pretty little, it's warming up, my little glitter set that I mixed together, a bunch of different types of glitters and some glass. And I'm just going to get right to it because my pigments are warm. I'm just trying to debate if I want to do the interference gold in between the two colors. Do I want purple first or green on top? I think I'm going to put the green, then the gold, then the plum. We shall see. And then I'm going to put clear on top. And, yeah. Put the glitter in, swirl it a little bit, put the heat gun. One thing I am going to do differently today is I'm going to do a little bit of heat in between layers, just a drip of resin, because I haven't been doing that, and I've noticed that on the bottom there's been bubbles, so I don't want to have any bubbles. I want it to be pretty and nice looking, and I don't want there to be a bunch of bubbles on the bottom. This coaster set's a really deep coaster set. It holds 3 ounces in each coaster, which is quite a bit of resin. Most of the coasters molds that I've used are 6 ounces for a set of, or 8 ounces for a set of 4, so approximately 2 ounces in each coaster. This is double that, so yeah, something like that. No, not quite double, but quite a bit more. So this one's 12 versus 6, so it's double. Right? 3 ounces for... I don't know. My brain's not working anymore. Homeschooling is a pain. On the news yesterday, our president got diagnosed with COVID, which is scary. I'm not a fan of him, but I wouldn't wish that virus on anybody. So I hope everybody is okay, especially their son. Poor kid's got enough issues having who he has as parents. Okay, so I'm gonna heat this up really quick. Gonna move these around and let the pigment move all around. Just want the bottom to be green all the way around. It also gives me a good idea. It lets me see how much actual resin is in this first layer. It's helpful to know how much you have in there. So when I add the next color, I can adjust how much resin I put in it. Sorry, my daughter is crazy today, running around like a mad woman. Okay, so I'm just running my popsicle stick around the edges to catch any bubbles. I guess skewer is a more accurate term. Just a minute, Rai, okay? My dog thinks that he needs to be outside every 10 seconds, especially since the sun is out today. Likes to lay on our floor mat, our front door mat, and sleep in the sun. But who wouldn't? Okay, so I'm going to get the gold in here now. This is the interference gold. It's kind of a creamy gold. It doesn't really change the colors of the pigments. It just kind of accentuates it and modifies by adding a little hint of gold to it. Pour that in the middle. I am so messy when I do resin. I try not to be, but I am so terribly messy. I get it on every surface, and here I am doing it without gloves because I put a clear coat on the set that's on the table to the right of me because I didn't use enough resin, and some of the coasters were a little thinner than I'd like them to be. So I added some clear to it today to thicken them up. And so I did that first and probably spent a little bit too much time doing that. Now my resin's heating up and I need to get her done. So I am so excited about seeing what these colors are going to do. I can't even tell you how excited I am. I have been looking everywhere for this plum color. I spent a ton of time digging through Amazon trying to find this specific color. I'm actually doing this for somebody that's really special in my life and who has been a really good friend to me. So I'm trying to come up with a color scheme that I love and make something special for them. So we shall see, we shall see. Okay, let me just torch this layer really quick. I gotta be careful because when I was pulling the last set of coasters out of this, they were stuck to the mold because if you overheat, if your torch gets too close to the mold, it will melt onto the resin and destroy your mold. So I've got to be more conscientious about not doing that because these things are not cheap, and this specific set is not cheap, and I really like the thickness of the rubber or the silicone they used when they made this. I really do like the mold a lot, so I don't want to ruin it. I'm filling these up and I'm paying attention to how high they're coming up on the coaster so I can make sure that I don't overfill them, but also try to keep them as close to even as I can. The only thing left will be to do the glitter in the center, which I need to get in here, and I'm going to add some clear, which will react really interestingly with the pigments. Why? I don't know. It's just what it does. It's really exceptional. And this plum color is everything. Everything. I cannot wait to do something bigger with this. I am going to be obsessed with this color. I can feel it already. It's kind of like the red wine color. I love that one too, but this, I'm all about this. Okay, so I need to get the clear on it. Okay, so which one's lowest? This one. You want to try to aim towards the middle and kind of high up to push the pigments out. I'm trying to create a little clear spot in the center so that I can get a little bit of transparency to the Geode coaster. Ooh, these are getting full. This one, and then I want to put my glitter before the hole closes. Okay, I think that's enough resin in these. They're about flat. Okay, I have a little bit of resin left. I'm going to add to a few of these ones that are not quite as thick as I'd like them to be. That's that one, a little bit of that one, a little bit of this one. Definitely this one, and this one, I made this mold over here myself, and I didn't get the whole entire mold perfectly level somehow. I don't know that I'll ever do it again, honestly. It's just a hassle. And it's so disappointing when it doesn't turn out right, and it's so expensive. But what I am doing this weekend is I'm going to be making a Seahawks mold. A friend of ours does this really incredible ironwork, and we borrowed a piece from him so I can try to make a mold out of it. I have one kit left that I bought, and I'm going to use it for that. Here in Washington, our sports NFL football team is the Seattle Seahawks, and we are huge fans. So, okay, so I gotta get my glitter in here before. Actually, it's holding really well. The center is holding really well. What, honey?
The purple charger is almost dead, but when I just
I'm kind of recording, but
when I took the battery off my off the
charger,
thing,
the battery's not
charger
charged.
station, it is charged, but it's not working.
Oh, that's because we lost the cord. Remember?
Frick, but there's also another cord on it.
I know that one doesn't work. I put it on there last night to try it out. So you need to quit talking like that too, by the way. Oops. Not that all over. Well, find that cord you lost yesterday, and then you can have your charger on it.
Try that second charger.
Sophia. Kid listens so well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to swirl the center here, which is going to help with getting, actually the glitter is sinking nicely on its own, but I really love doing this kind of a swirl pattern in the middle. It is so cool looking. I'm taping!
The charger I took from the charger station is working now.
Okay, great.
Finally.
I care so much that she has an iPad working when she's not even supposed to be doing that right now. But I guess it's my fault. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Let's see if we can get a little bit bigger of a swirl on this one. A little bit bigger on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the heat, I'm going to torch, and then I'm going to run the heat gun over it and see what kind of cool stuff I can do. You gotta shoot the glitter, because the glitter, being that it's a bunch of little tiny particles, it holds on to air really a lot actually. So it's really good to torch the glitter. Really want it swirling the glitter all over, so I'm probably not going to do much of that. So let me fix the center of these. I don't want the glitter going all over, but I want to have my hurricane pattern. So I'm going to go ahead a minute, Ray Ray. All right. I could tinker with this all day, but I can feel it getting hot. So I know the amount of time I have is limited. So I'm just gonna take a look at this set and see where I'm at. Make sure it's all the way around the edges. I want to make sure there's no surface that is missing resin. The worst thing about clear coating is making sure that every little nook and cranny is touched with the resin. If you don't do that, you'll have a bare spot, and then you're doing it all over again. But also, the other thing that sucks is, like, right now I'm on the verge of this being set up already, so I have to be super careful to not screw it up. So this is cutting it super close. It's already gelling. I probably screwed this up. So learn from my mistake. Do not, if you see that it's thickening up, don't mess with it. But I can always heat it up a little bit. Gotta be super cautious of how much you heat it. You heat it too much, it thickens on spot. And then you throw it away because there's nothing you can do about it unless you sand it down and fix it that way, which is a hassle. So I'm just gonna heat it up so it lays flat again. You also want to buzz for bubbles around the edges of the mold. So I don't want that either. I'm going to go over this one again. It's looking awesome. Good singing, Ava. Okay. I'll leave this alone because I could play with this all day. Okay, one quick torch in the center. And let's take you down and let you see. Wash my hand, wipe my hands off so I'm not sticky. Don't want to get that all over my phone. Okay. Okay. Pretty, pretty. See the gold on the outer edge of this one. That's the interference gold. See how it kind of incorporates itself into the other pigment? And the plum purple is so dark it looks black, but it's not. It's beautiful. And here's the other set. It's a luscious cream white with a brighter yellowy gold mixed in. And I did a puddle pour on this one too, but that's just the way the colors incorporated it into themselves. So, isn't that cool? Love it! If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button. It is free, and it shows us that you're supporting our site and help us continue to do these videos. If you have any questions or would like to post any comments, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.